check! It's English O'Clock! Ang pag-aaral ng English upang madaling matutunan, bakit hindi natin simplihan? Halika! Manood at makinig sa English Teacher ni Juan!
Kung bago ka pa lang sa channel na to, huwag kang matakot. I made learning English easy for you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. At pakishare mo na rin sa iba para marami pang mga Juan na gaya mo ang matuto. Hello, Grade 9! It's the start of Quarter 2. Handa ka na ba para matuto? If yes ang sagot mo, tara, simulan na natin! Our target most essential learning competency for this video is make connections between text to particular social issues, concerns, or dispositions in real life. Reading comprehension is a valuable skill to develop in improving communication. How you are able to relate yourself to the materials you are exposed to affects your understanding of their contents and themes. In this lesson, you will learn how to make connections between text to particular issues, concerns, and dispositions in life. Reading materials like poems, novels, and short stories portray particular themes and meanings. By understanding their elements, we can say that they create significant connections to our personal experiences and to the world we live in. You might not have noticed, but your previous experiences, knowledge, emotions, and understanding affect what and how you learn. That is according to Harvey and Goudvis in 2000. Called the schema, your background knowledge and experiences actually help you make sense and meaning of the material you are exposed to. Learning how to access this prior knowledge, experiences, emotions, and opinions can help you make a connection to the text to help you understand concepts better. Kine and Zimmerman in 1997, as cited in Kardash 2004, concluded that students like you comprehend better when you make different kinds of connections. These three connections include the following: text to self, text to text, and text to world. Let's begin with text to self connections. Text to self connections are actually personal connections that you make between yourself and the selection you are dealing with. Previous experiences, emotions, or opinions may be similar to the ones present in the material. Here are the following questions to ponder or ask. What does this remind me of in my life? How is this similar to my life? How is this different from my life? Has something like this ever happened to me? How does this relate to my life? What were my feelings when I read this? Let's proceed to text-to-text connections. These are connections where you relate one material to another that you have read or have already come across. Text might be from a similar author, same theme or topic, same genre, and the like. Here are the questions to ponder or ask. What does this remind me of in another book I have read? How is this text similar to other things I have read? How is this different from other books I have read? Have I read about something like this before? And lastly, text-to-world connections. These are the larger connections that a reader brings to a reading situation, including our perception of the world, which might vary since we have various sources of learning things beyond personal experiences, such as television, radio, magazines, articles, movies, and others. Here are the following questions to ponder or ask. What does this remind me of in the real world? How is this text similar to things happening in real world? How is this different from things happening in real world? How does this part relate to the world around me? How you relate yourself to the character of Cinderella is text-to-self connection. The way you compare the theme of Cinderella to Princess Sarah is text-to-text connection. Relating real-life issues and scenarios to things read from this fairy tale is text-to-world connection. Using this sample Community Connection Reading Response graphic organizer, you will be able to craft connections between the text and the world. In addition, it is suggested that as you read, you make annotations for you to remember and associate your experiences to those presented in any text. Annotating is to make marks on the text. Here is an example of how a student used simple symbols and/or annotations to note significant elements from the poem Crossing the Bar by Alfred Lord Tennyson. It is not simply highlighting appealing words or sentences, though you will most likely end up highlighting the entire selection. It is a purposeful strategy to help you comprehend what you are reading on a deeper level than if you were to just read it straight through. It is an excellent way to deconstruct the text into meaningful pieces for better understanding. Its main goal is to make connections between what you already know about practically anything and the world around you. There are 4 major benefits of annotating, according to Azevedo in 2017. A. It makes you more engaged on the material. B. It slows your reading that helps you to focus on details and have better retention and comprehension. C. It helps you process what you are reading. And D. It records textual evidence for later reference. You may even note your questions for further research. Azevedo added that the following annotation strategies may be used. First, circle any unfamiliar words, then look them up and write down the definition. 2. Use question marks to indicate areas of uncertainty. 3. Use stars to indicate anything that seems important, such as themes, symbols, foreshadowing, and others. 4. Use exclamation points to indicate something dramatic or a key turning point. 5. Circle or mark somehow character names anytime they are introduced for the first time. 6. Keep a list somewhere, maybe on the inside cover, of all the characters and their traits. And to this list, as new characters are introduced or as you learn more about existing characters. 7. Write your notes in the margins, that is the best method, on sticky notes, decent method, or in a separate notebook, least favorable method. 8. Paraphrase or summarize each chapter after you finish reading it. You only need a few sentences to do this. Write them down at the beginning or end of the chapter. 9. Write down any questions you have about the text. Either questions you are willing to wait to find out the answer as you read further, or questions you want to bring up to your teacher in class the next day. 10. Use a color-coded system if that type of thing appeals to you. And 11. Give each chapter a title. So after you finish reading each chapter, go back to its title page and give it a title.
Did you learn something today? Sure ako na hindi ka na nosebleed. If you want more of this video tutorial and learn English in a light speed, huwag kalimutang mag-subscribe at i-turn on ang notification button para updated ka sa mga bagong lessons. Ako ang teacher mo, ang English teacher ni Juan. Class dismissed!